All right. I am here sitting in my man cave, and I'm going to compare and contrast the Ducati Streetfighter V4 with the KTM SuperDuke 1290. So that's what I'm going to do on this video vlog today. I took both bikes for a ride today. I'm just so lucky to own both bikes. These are my most favorite bikes in my collection, my naked bikes, right? So the question that I often get asked is, which one do I like, or which one would I choose amongst these two, right? And really, it really depends, right, on my mood and what I want to do that day. So really, the Ducati is really a bike that if you want to get the best of, a race bike, you want to ride a race bike and get a feel of what MotoGP technology is all about, then I would like spinning up the Ducati, right, because of that V4 engine. This is MotoGP technology in that V4 engine. It's got the Desmo valves on it, so when it starts up, I mean, the sound of it is just amazing. The valves just making, the sound. It's like riding a horse. This is the Ducati is like riding a horse, a wild race horse. And it's it's just like a race. This is a race bike dressed up as a naked. It's a Panigale, made comfortable to ride with upright seating position. It's a comfortable Panigale to ride. This is what the Streetfighter is all about. And, it's just amazing. It just looks great. It's got all the technology. It's got the Brembo brakes. It's got, really amazing engine. It's got the standard suspension on this. It doesn't have the electronic, but I really like the standard suspension. You can adjust it, and I just like the natural feel of the stand. You just lock it in and you adjust it to your weight and height. That's what I've done, and it just works out really perfectly to me. And this is like a race course, and I love getting this, up in the revs, 6,000 plus. The bike pulls. It's got a good lot of mid-range. It pulls, but when you get it up 6,000 plus revs, and it redlines at 16,000, right? This bike redlines at 16,000, and it keeps pulling 6,000 above, just keeps pulling and pulling, just never stops. It's just a beast of a bike to ride on the freeway. And we're lucky to get up to really high speeds here in California, right? In the back roads, we can get really high speeds, and it's so much fun, right? It's like, and the sound it makes, it's just amazing. It's an exhilarating experience, and it's just so much fun, right? And that's what the Ducati experience is like. Now, on the other hand, the KTM, the SuperDuke, man, I cleaned up both bikes. I go riding on Saturdays, right? And then I took these two out today, and I got the cleaner out, and I've just shined them up and cleaned them up. But the SuperDuke, let's talk about the SuperDuke. The thing about the SuperDuke is, man, that engine, this has got another beast of an engine. That LV twin engine, it's got so much pull and so much torque, right? So much pull and so much torque and such low revs. It just pulls and pulls. And it's a totally different riding. It's a very relaxing, it's a very fun bike, but it's also very relaxing to ride compared to the Ducati, right? It's very relaxing because it just pulls 2,000 revs, 3,000 revs. You see my other videos, it just got so much torque. The torque on the KTM is incredible. And then when you get it to up to high speed, 70, 80 miles an hour, right? And it's really smooth. You get into sixth gear. Sixth gear is kind of like an overdrive on this. Unlike the Ducati, which likes to rev and in sixth gear, this one at high speeds, the engine quietens down. But once I get the muffler change, it'll probably make more noise, but it's really quite luxurious ride. And you're just cruising along at about 3,000-4,000 revs, right? And you're clocking going over 80 miles an hour. And this is just that the pull on that twin engine. It's just a totally different riding experience. So on the days where I want to go kind of relaxing, I want to cruise, I take that. That's like a cruiser. But on the day where I want like a road, like a sports bike feel, then I ride this one, right? Two totally different experiences. Both are just fun. Both are incredibly fun. And, so those are my opinions on the bike. Now, I think value for money, I think this is probably a better buy. This one's a better buy than this one, right? Because this has got, electronic suspension. It's got electronic suspension. This retails about 21K. And, it's got electronic suspension. It's got, just an amazing, it's got a bigger engine. It's got a 1300cc engine compared to this one. This is a 1100cc engine, right? So this one, you're getting more for the money with this one, right? You're getting more value for the money. And it's a more usable bike. This is more usable for a day-to-day, right? This is probably a better day-to-day bike. This one's a kind of a bike where if you're in the mood of riding really fast, then it's always on, right? It's really aggressive. So if you want to do an aggressive riding, if you're an aggressive rider, then take that. But if you want to cruise and, still look good, then take this. I think this one is probably a better day-to-day, driver, and it's more easier to ride. The front end of this is lighter than that. I mean, this bike is more agile, but the front end on this feels much lighter than this one. And, I think both are incredible bikes. You got to own them both. But, if I was going to just have the choice of buying one, I would rather spend 21K or 22K on this, because this is getting more for less. This one, with the Ducati, if you want to equip, this Ducati with the equivalent features of this, then you're looking at about 24K, like 3K more. And, I think you should try to own both bikes, but I think the KTM is a more usable bike, and it's easier to ride. The Ducati is really, you gotta figure out a way to tame that 208 horsepower, because those horsepower can really, get you off your seat. So anyway, those are my two, my initial impressions. Just a quick commentary on both bikes. I'm cleaning up the bikes. after my ride today, we had a bunch of rain here in the Bay Area. So today was a good day to ride. So anyway, I just want to bring this quick video. Stay tuned for more videos and more commentary on both these bikes. Cheers.